Another day above ground, I see. I focusing on the positives. Because yesterday I was down. People do me wrong. But it's love in me heart. When they try to take me for clown, I do them no wrong. Jaja have me back. And I shouting, whoa, Lord, I'm thankful. Whoa, Lord, I'm thankful. It's you who give me health and strength. Whoa, Lord, I'm thankful. It's you give me the handful. Every day you're blessing me. Only it and back and it's nothing we nature. Money in we pocket. This life I want love it. Only it and back and it's nothing we nature. Food on we table. I could and I able. Take a jump up and wave. I thankful for life. To see another sunrise. But to one up in the air.
It's always a better choice. My one and only station.
DBS Radio.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: the Dominica Infirmary prepares for Residents Awareness Week. The government of Antigua and Barbuda places AI, law enforcement, as top legislative policies for 2025. And Malaysia flooding forces over 120,000 people to leave their homes. Details of the morning news right after this.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. My name is Curtis Matthew. Off we go with our lead story. Managing Director of the Dominica Infirmary, Clanis John Baptist, says the upcoming Residents Awareness Week of activities will create greater awareness about the institution. Residents Awareness Week opens with a church service on December 8th at the infirmary at 3 in the afternoon and culminates with Donation Day on Friday, December 13.
On the Monday, we will have the official opening ceremony at 11 at the infirmary. So that ceremony, Her Excellencies will be there. They have confirmed attendance, and along with our other guests like government officials. Then we have the Tuesday. That's the day I'm encouraging everybody to come down. Volunteer Day. We're asking persons who have not been at the institution or do not know what the institution is about to come on that day, and ask us a question. And maybe you can assist in a bed making, a coma here, maybe cut some hair, do something to give back. Anything that you do in any skill that you have, we accept volunteerism. Not saying that we're not saying that we don't accept volunteerism. Normally, I'm just saying for those, maybe wondering, but when is the best day and I can come up? Volunteer Day is December the 10th. That's the Tuesday. Also, we have on that same day, Wellness Day. And I must say, thanks to Curvy, who came on board when she heard that we were having this activity, lend us her support. So Curvy, I want to thank you for coming on board to ensure that our residents on that day get to do a few exercises, whether it's put up their hands a little bit for a couple times, whether it's their leg they move, but just to keep their mobility going.
And that's the Managing Director of the Dominica Infirmary, Clanis John Baptist. She was a guest on the Creole Heartbeat program this week. Family Day, Residents Outing, and Donation Day are among the activities for Residents Awareness Week of the Dominica Infirmary from December 8th to the 13th. Other news this morning, Parliamentary Representative for Roseau South, Shakira Lockhart-Hippolyte, says Eggleston will receive more apartment buildings for 52 families. 16 three-bedroom homes will be complete in Eggleston by the start of the new year.
We have a plan to construct 52 so that we could finish the construction, but we do it on a phase basis. As we heard the Prime Minister announce that he will be making some funds available to PAL reps in the new year, or probably even before the new year, to assist many with their renovations and housing repairs based on the impact of Hurricane Maria. People are still struggling. Some of us tend to forget that Dominica was hit by a Category 5 hurricane, and we're still in rebuilding mode. And so there are so many that are still in need of housing repairs, and that too program will continue in the Roseau South constituency.
And that's the parliamentary representative for Roseau South, Shakira Lockhart-Hippolyte. The Dominica Electricity Services DOMLEC and the Independent Regulatory Commission IRC are one step closer towards reaching an agreement on the ongoing tariff review. This follows a series of stakeholder consultations over the past few weeks.
The first segment of the consultation discussed DOMLEC's capital investment plan. Stakeholders were required to consider DOMLEC's proposed capital investment value of $45.9 million for the period of 2025 to 2027. The Commission, on the other hand, proposed an investment value of $34 million for the same period. The outcome of the proceedings is intended to determine DOMLEC's investing activities and the value of investment that will be absorbed in the company's regulated rate base when new rates are applied. The second segment of the meeting focused on the utility company's revenue requirement. IRC and DOMLEC asked stakeholders to consider the proposed revenue requirement of $67 million. IRC has dubbed the amount reasonable and justifiable under normal operating conditions. Stakeholders were given up until November 30th, 2024 to ask questions and provide comments on the proposals. The IRC will then issue its comments on stakeholders' first responses on December 13th via the publication of a second consultation document for each proposal. This will allow stakeholders to get a second opportunity to speak on the matter. The window for responses will remain open until December 27th, 2024. IRC's final decision on both matters will be published in January of 2025.
Communication specialist at the Independent Regulatory Commission, Idona John Baptiste. Today marks the official final day of the Atlantic hurricane season, but the weather people are reminding that weather systems can impact even outside of the official Atlantic hurricane season, which runs from the 1st of June to November 30 annually. So the message from the weather officials is that although today marks the official last day of the season, anything can happen outside of the season. Please take note. Well, police are investigating a report of malicious damage to a motor vehicle at Point Michel. Officers from the Point Michel police station, along with a scenes of crime technician from the CID, have commenced investigation into that matter. The report made this week is in addition to two similar reports that were lodged last week at the Point Michel police station. The two reports of malicious damage to vehicles last week are being investigated. Police say they are actively working on these reports with a view to bringing the perpetrator or perpetrators to justice at the earliest opportunity. Parliamentary representative of the Roseau South constituency, Shakira Lockhart-Hippolyte, has joined the call to protect Dominica's CBI program. She says several projects within the Roseau South constituency, including the Eggleston Housing Project, are funded by the Citizenship by Investment program, the CBI. The Roseau South MP led a media tour to the Eggleston Housing Project on Thursday.
This particular project that we speak of and where we are was funded by the CBI. Now, I know there are many who are bashing the CBI program, who are trying to stop the CBI program by going to to the courts by trying to plant things in the minds of Dominicans, the average Dominicans, to get them to protest against the CBI program. But we have seen, not only in Dominica, the region and the world have their own CBI program. And we should not try to destroy something that is benefiting the average, the common, and the most vulnerable people in our society. And this is a testament of one of the projects that is done under the CBI program. And all other housing, we have Soufriere, I think that is completed, or if not 90%. We have at Point Michel as well. We have City Breeze. We have in Grand Bay, we have in Grand Fort, we have all over. In fact, not only housing, but in health. My own health center, because the people of Newtown were subjected to very poor conditions after Hurricane Maria because the health center was damaged. And when I came in as PAL rep, that was my first order of business, to ensure that Newtown gets a health center.
Meantime, the Rosa South MP will bring Christmas cheer to the constituency tomorrow with a tree lighting ceremony at the Castle Comfort Junction at 5 in the afternoon.
While I'm here, I want to take the opportunity to invite everybody to our Christmas tree lighting ceremony, which will be held on the 1st of December, that is on Sunday, from 5 p.m., right opposite the Macmillan gas station. We'll be singing some Christmas carols. We'll be joined by Rich Cross the Bridge, who has just put out a little Christmas medley. So he has agreed to join us here as well. And we intend to bring some cheer to the people of the Roseau South constituency and environs.
And that's the parliamentary representative for the Roseau South constituency, Shakira Lockhart Hippolyte. Well, that Christmas cheer and the tree lighting is set for Castle Comfort at the junction at 5 in the afternoon tomorrow. The MP is urging residents of the area to be at that ceremony from 5 in the afternoon. Let's head into Antigua now. The government of Antigua and Barbuda has underlined a number of legislative plans for the new session of Parliament, with laws to regulate the use of artificial intelligence, AI, and reforms to restructure the police force among them. Governor General Sir Rodney Williams says to adapt to the ongoing revolution in information technology, particularly the use and rise of artificial intelligence, recognizing the transformative impact of artificial intelligence on society, the government is taking proactive steps to ensure that its laws adequately adjust the ethical and secure use of this technology. Sir Rodney said the Ministry of Legal Affairs, in collaboration with other CARICOM ministries, is working to draft appropriate laws to regulate the use of AI. He says another discussion point was the future renaming of His Majesty's Prison to the Antigua and Barbuda Correctional Facility, the Royal Antigua and Barbuda Police Force to the Antigua and Barbuda Police Service, and the Fire Brigade will be rebranded as the Antigua and Barbuda Fire and Rescue Services. Finally this morning, huge flooding caused by heavy rains in Malaysia has forced more than 122,000 people out of their homes across the country. 3 people have died. There are fears the numbers could rise as heavy rains and storm warnings remain in place. Thousands of emergency services personnel have been deployed to help rescue people stranded, and shelters are being provided. It is 15 minutes now after 7 o'clock. That's a look at the DBS Morning News. Don't go away. The sports report comes up shortly.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. A half century for Moeen Ali, but it was not enough as the Guyana Amazon Warriors went down to the Australian T20 side Victoria to suffer their first defeat in the Global Super League last night in Guyana. Guyana took the first knock. They made 162 for 6 in their 20 overs. Moeen Ali got 51, Shea Hope 40, and Hassan Khan 25 not out. Jackson Smith took 2 for 38, and Dominic Drakes 1 for 31 for Victoria. Well, Victoria, in chase of 163, struggled against early on, but recovered to get 166 for 6 in 19.2 overs. Scott Edwards top scored with 31 to lead a balanced scoring attack. Imran Tahir took 2 for 34. Gudakesh Moti 1 for 23. Victoria won the match by 4 wickets. Portsmouth Secondary School and the Isaiah Thomas Secondary played to a draw, while the Castle Secondary School got a win as the Sports Division Secondary School's football competition continued Friday at 2 venues in the Under-17 division. At Newtown, Castle Secondary School got the better of St. Mary's Academy by 6 goals to 2. Damian Frederick came off the bench to lead all scorers for Castle Secondary School with 2 goals, while Taron George, Banis, Kenneth Valmore, and Gerald Charles scored 1 goal each. Bellot and Conrad Simon got a goal each for St. Mary's Academy. Over in Benjamin's Park, Portsmouth Secondary School and Isaiah Thomas Secondary School played to a 2-all draw. Hassani Ambo and Malik Daniel scored for the Portsmouth Secondary School, while Jordan Laura, he got both goals for Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. Let's stay with football news because the head coach of the DSFC Football Club, Kunta Charles, feels this year could be the year his club takes the next step into the DFA Premier League. DSFC are among the 4 teams left standing as the DFA Division 1 semi-finals will get underway this afternoon. DSFC, Do-It Center Mighty Avengers, St. Joseph and RC Doctors are the 4 teams fighting for a spot in the Premier League. St. Joseph will battle the RC Doctors in the first semi-final at 4 o'clock, while DSFC will meet Do-It Center Mighty Avengers at 6:30. Both games to be played at the DFA Technical Center.
Yeah, as far as preparation rise, we're all focused on one mission. We're all headed in the same direction. The boys are raring to go. We ready.
And last year, Kunta, you guys came so close to getting into the Premier League. So what sort of lessons did you learn from the campaign last season, and what are some of the mistakes that you'll be hoping not to repeat?
Well, we already corrected our mistake from last season, like my captain just pointed out to me, because we came out in the quarterfinals last year, and right now we're in the semi. Along the way, we had inexperienced players, and right now all the players experience what it was like to knock out, because after the game, they felt that emotion. So now everybody trying to correct that. We added a few more players to help us along the way. What we will not allow this time around is to allow the game to go too long. We have to kill off the game, and everybody's focused. Like I said earlier, we're all headed in the same direction. We all have one goal.
Head coach of the DSFC football team, Kunta Charles. Meantime, Mighty Avengers head coach Kareem Regis says the team is looking forward to this challenge.
Yeah, it's been a great journey for us. It's been a great journey for the Avengers. This is our first time competing in the semi-finals. As you said, it's 2 more games from Premier, and that's the mentality that we've had over the past few months in training. We're just taking it one game at a time, one moment at a time, one half at a time, one play at a time, and the guys are really looking forward to this clash. DS is a really good team. Both clubs came up around the same time and have been always compared, by the footballing public as two of the more elite young teams in the first division. And for a lot of fans, they thought that Mighty Avengers versus DS would have been the finals this year. But I guess we're getting that show a little earlier than expected. We're getting us in the semi-finals, but my team is ready. My club is ready. The guys are really willing and able, and we want to put on a show for our fans, for our sponsors. And if everything can go our way, we'll be booking our place in the finals.
And that's the Mighty Avengers head coach, Kareem Regis. The winner of the DFA Division 1 League gets an automatic promotion to the Premier League, while the runners-up will play a playoff match with the 9th place team in the Premier League to decide which team will be in the 2025 Premier League. Meanwhile, Central Cooperative Credit Union Dublin FC will go in search of their second silverware this weekend as they clash with Valvoline United in the finals of the President's Cup Sunday. Dublin captured the DFA Premier League title last weekend and will be hoping to add another trophy Sunday at the DFA Technical Center. That game gets underway at 6:30 Sunday evening. At 4 o'clock, it will be the third place match between Sagicor Southeast and Promex Harlem United. Defending Sports Division Secondary School Under-16 Netball champions, the Convent High School kept their perfect record in check as they crushed the Goodwill Secondary School as that tournament continued yesterday at Windsor Park. Convent High School took the match 23 goals to 4. Scoring for the Convent High School, Norlis Didier had 11 goals from 20 tries. Gregoire had 12 from 24. Meantime, the Portsmouth Secondary School and Castlebrooke Secondary School played to an 18-18 tie. Scoring for the Castlebrooke Secondary School were Selena Winston with 12 goals from 24 shots, and Diane Augustine had 6 goals from 9 tries. While for the Portsmouth Secondary School, Stacey Henry scored 9 from her 19 efforts. Meantime, in the Under-20 division, Kadeen Wilkinson exploded for 41 goals as she led the Northeast Comprehensive School to a 50-13 win over the Wesley High School. And the Portsmouth Secondary School beat the Academic School of Learning 34 goals to 31. Scoring for the Portsmouth Secondary School were Limaya Ford. She had 25 goals from 39 tries, while for the Academics, Nayoka James scored 20 from 27 attempts. Let's move to some more cricket news. The West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite is hoping the team can keep the same intensity as they get set to face Bangladesh in the second test match in Jamaica. That match begins this morning. The West Indies are heading and leading 1-0. They go into the second test match today. Brathwaite says conditions look like they will suit the West Indies fast bowling strengths, but the team still has some work to do.
It's good to see, as I said, the covering of the grass on the surface. And yeah, that's just the surface. You gotta go there and bowl well, and obviously take the catches and bat well and put runs on the board. So we're looking forward to doing that. Yeah, very special. Jamaica is a place that I love, and personally, as a West Indies group, we love to play here. And against Pakistan, I remember, obviously, I had a great partnership, to win us the game. But the bowlers really enjoyed bowling. I think the ball did. They did a bit of seaming around majority of the game, which was good. So good memories, good experiences, obviously that I can share with the batsmen and also the bowlers as well, Kemar Roach being there. So yeah, we really look forward to playing this last test here.
As for yourself, you had that half century and a couple 40s against England, but not the standard that you hold yourself to. How important is it for you to try and end the year on a high, trying to get some more runs on the board?
Yeah, very, very important. For me, obviously my role, is to make it easier for the guys to come, set that foundation. And I'll be aiming to do that. That's always the aim. Just gotta stay tough and lead this batting group.
West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite. Play will begin at 11 a.m. Dominica time this morning. Christian Union Primary School and Goodwill Primary were the top performers in the sports division West Central Primary School's cross-country championships on Friday. Eden Nesty of the Christian Union Primary took first place in the girls division. Mali, also of the Christian Union Primary, was second, and Casey Martin of the Goodwill Primary was in third place. Meantime, in the boys division, Phelan Green of the Goodwill Primary was first, DeAndre St. Rose also of the Goodwill Primary was second, and Eugene of the Christian Union Primary was in third place. Overall, in the girls division, well, that was won by the Christian Union Primary, the Convent Prep was second, and Goodwill Primary in third place. While in the boys division, Goodwill Primary was first, Christian Union Primary second, and the Convent Prep in third place. Let's go back to some cricket news. Cricket West Indies CWI President Dr. Kishore Shaloo says there will be severe consequences following last weekend's decision by the Jamaica and Barbados teams for forfeiting last weekend's regional Super 50 overs final. Rain delayed the start of the finals by almost 5 hours, and both teams refused to play the finals despite assurances from the match officials that it was safe to play the game. Cricket West Indies has confirmed that both captains will be charged for refusing to play. Dr. Shaloo says the situation was also embarrassing for the sponsors and all other stakeholders.
There will be consequences for actions. The matters before the match officials, and then, we're waiting to see the playing conditions provide for this. It's just no different from, a player with descending order and so on, going, against the umpire's decision really. So it will be matter will be first be dealt with. There will be a level of breach against the parties involved. However, we have been in touch with the sponsors, the main sponsor in this instance, and fortunately they were there witnessing. They had representatives they were witnessing, so they fully understand that this is a situation that wasn't avoidable from Cricket West Indies' perspective, and we have since ensured that we have sort of compensate for whatever damages done done by that incident. So they are quite comfortable, and we are confident that we will proceed with our very good and fruitful partnership.
And that's Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shaloo. That too is a look at the DBS morning news and sports. Joseph Fadul, every Saturday morning when I arrive here and I come to read the news, I thank you for the work you put in terms of assisting in at least producing the news, linking the news and guiding the process. We thank you very much. You've done that all week. It's always a pleasure coming on Saturday morning when you guide and you lead the process. Thank you very much again, Joseph Fadul. Let's remind you at 9:30 this morning on the program Connecting the Dots, Ivona John Baptist Luge and Nigel Francis, they have a full team in. They talk about the Wesley reunion. That is going to take place December 2024, the Wesley reunion. They have a full team coming in. There's Janelle Burnett will be on. There's Crispin Shillingford. There's also Keskim Shillingford. They also have on the program Wilmoth Robin. In fact, it's Wilworth Robin. He's also on. And there is also Shannon Bosso Phillip, a full team from the reunion from Wesley. They will be on with Nigel Francis and Ivona John Baptist Luge, connecting the dots this morning from 9:30. That too is a look at the DBS morning news and sports. Another major newscast at 1:15. Curtis Matthew saying good morning.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed the delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Let's now present to you this morning's edition of the Insert of the Package on DBS Radio. This morning's edition of the Insert of the Package is brought to you compliments of our very good friends at A&A Low Price Center.
A&A Low Price Center in the village of Calabishi offers the best prices for the freshest products ever. One-stop convenient shopping at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi. For your foods, your everyday needs, snacks, liquor, dry goods, and more. Just about everything located in the flat of Calabishi, directly in the center of the village. Come to A&A Low Price Center on the highway in Calabishi. A&A Low Price Center is family owned and operated. It is fully computerized, VAT compliant, load toll, credit card and top-up capabilities. Stop at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi today or call 445-7655. Drop us an email at analowprice@gmail.com. A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Visit us today. Just walk in and be happy you did.
And our insert of the package comes from the morning news, where the managing director of the Dominica Infirmary, Clanis John Baptist, says the upcoming Residents Awareness Week of activities will create greater awareness about the institution. Residents Awareness Week opens with a church service on December 8th at the infirmary at 3 in the afternoon and culminates with Donation Day on Friday, December 13th.
On the Monday, we will have the official opening ceremony at 11 at the infirmary. So that ceremony, Her Excellencies will be there. They have confirmed attendance, and along with our other guests like government officials. Then we have the Tuesday, that's the day I'm encouraging everybody to come down. Volunteer Day, we're asking persons who have not been at the institution or do not know what the institution is about to come on that day, and ask us a question, and maybe you can assist in a bed making, a coma here, maybe cut some hair, do something to give back. Anything that you do, in any skill that you have, we accept volunteerism. Not saying that we're not saying that we don't accept volunteerism. Normally, I'm just saying for those, maybe wondering, but when is the best day and I can come up? Volunteer Day is December the 10th. That's the Tuesday. Also, we have on that same day, Wellness Day. And I must say, thanks to Curvy, who came on board when she heard that we were having this activity, lend us her support. So Curvy, I want to thank you for coming on board to ensure that our residents on that day get to do a few exercises, whether it's put up their hands a little bit for a couple times, whether it's their leg they move, but just to keep their mobility going.
Managing Director of the Dominica Infirmary, Clanis John Baptist. Of course, she was a guest on the Creole Heartbeat program. Family Day, Residents Outing and Donation Day are among activities for Residents Awareness Week of the Dominica Infirmary. And of course, that week commences on December 8th and culminates on the 13th. That was your insert of the package right here on DBS. I want to say a special thanks to the good folks at A&A Low Price Center for bringing us this morning's edition of the insert of the package. Let's bring you this morning's edition of the Weather Report live on DBS Radio. This morning's edition of the Weather Report is brought to you compliments of our very good friends at Big Edge and Flow.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the Weather Report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan.
I will say a good morning to Dane Charles with this morning's edition of the Weather Report. Good morning to you, Dane Charles.
Good morning. This is your weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for the 30th of November 2024, recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be partly cloudy and cloudy to breezy at times with a few brief showers. The conditions at Douglas Charles Airport this morning were partly cloudy with showers in the vicinity, surface winds variable at 1 knot or 2 kilometers an hour, and the temperature was 24 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall at Douglas Charles was 0.4 millimeters, and the monthly rainfall so far has been 283.9 millimeters. Sunset today is at 5:33 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 6:16 a.m. High tide today at 2:19 p.m. and the next low tides at 8:09 a.m. and 9:32 p.m. And now the weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. A high-pressure system is generating breezy conditions across the region. Low-level clouds moving with the wind flow are expected to produce cloudy spells with passing showers over the island during the next 24 hours. Wave heights are expected to peak up to 8 feet during the next 48 hours. All users of the sea are advised to be on alert and to exercise caution. And now the weather forecast for today and tonight. The synopsis: a high-pressure system is the dominant feature. The forecast for today and tonight is partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy at times with a few brief showers. The winds are expected to come from the east to southeast at 15 to 30 kilometers an hour with higher gusts. Sea conditions expected slight to moderate with waves from 1.5 to 2.5 meters or 5 to 8 feet. A small craft advisory is in effect. We are near at the end of our Atlantic hurricane season. For more information about weather conditions, visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm or call us at 266-4490. For further information, like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, and also on our WhatsApp channel at 618-3469. Reporting from the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Dane Charles.
Christmas in this year.
Can I have this? We have an extra $400 from Flow. You can have everything you want.
More gifts with Flow. With Christmas in, win weekly prices up to $10,000 in cash. Sign up for a postpaid bundle or a broadband plan.
We Christmasing with free groceries from Flow, plus a chance to win weekly prizes and up to $10,000 cash. Head over to your nearest Flow store or visit discoverflow.co. Flow, we Christmasing.
More gifts with Flow.
And of course, our big thanks to Dane Charles for this morning's edition of the Weather Report live on DBS Radio. Don't forget Today is the very last day of the hurricane season, of course, but please don't forget either, ladies and gentlemen, that systems can actually occur outside of the season. So please, let's all continue to be vigilant. Let's head straight to the morning edition of your general announcements on the Community Bulletin Board right here on DBS Radio.
And now, your Community Bulletin Board.
Welcome to this morning's edition of the general announcements on the Community Bulletin Board, and of course your What's On as well. This morning's edition of the general announcements on the Community Bulletin Board are brought to you compliments Valley Engineering.
Doudou, ou te obligé à bawase moi mitan la oui mon zo comme ça? An wale côté Valley Engineering pour manger zafen.
Get back on track. At Valley Engineering, we offer a wide range of high-quality auto spare parts designed to keep your vehicle running smoothly and efficiently. We offer the best parts and accessories at affordable prices. Ensure safety and reliability for every journey. Come to Valley Engineering. Our experienced and knowledgeable staff will gladly assist you. Call 448-5008, 448-2279, or 615-1310. Valley Engineering, 64 years of service to the people of Dominica.
Valley Engineering, merci en l'eau, merci en chai, merci au temps.
Thanks again for your continued patronage.
And if the kind compliments of the good folks at Valley Engineering, let's now present to you this morning's edition of the general announcements and what's on the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. UE Global Campus and the Fort Young Hotel invite all to the 14th annual Dame Eugenia Charles Memorial Lecture that takes place on Monday, the 2nd of December at 7 p.m. at the State House Conference Room. Honorable Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, will speak on the topic, Our Caribbean Civilization and Its Political Prospects. The lecture is free. Applications are invited from suitable qualified persons to fill the position of Member Service Representative or Teller at the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union Limited, MCCU Limited. Summary of the position. The main responsibilities of the Member Service Representative or Teller are as follows. Greet and welcome members to the credit union in a courteous, professional and timely manner, providing prompt, accurate and efficient response. Cross-sell credit union's products and services, receive checks and cash for deposits to account, verify amounts, examine checks for proper endorsement, and enter deposits into the computer recording system, cash checks and process withdrawals, pay out money after verification of signatures and member balances, receive and process large transactions in adherence to AML and CFT policy procedures, receive and process loan payments and ensure accuracy when posting to the computer, receive and process bill payments, balance cash draw at the end of the shift, and compare total amounts to computer-generated balance sheets, open new accounts and maintain member records as required. Qualifications: a minimum of an associate's degree in accounting or business administration or 7 CXC or GCE passes including mathematics, English, accounts, and principles of business. Prior credit union experience as a teller or MSR, prior experience as a cashier. Applications including curriculum vitae, a detailed curriculum vitae that is, with the names and addresses of 2 references, must be submitted to the Human Resource Officer, Marigot Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Weirs Marigot, Commonwealth of Dominica, or email hrofficer@marigotcreditunion.com. Deadline for applications is Monday, the 2nd of December 2024. For further information, contact the office at 445-7155 or 445-7166. The public is informed of a road closure for blasting operations at the quarry site at Crapo Hall, Marigot at both directions on Sunday, the 1st of December, that's tomorrow, between 3:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Please be guided accordingly. We've come to the end of the general announcements on the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. Of course, once again, the general announcements and what's on are brought to you compliments of the good folks at Valley Engineering. We have this item of what's on right now.